Kitty?
You will not be asked back to kiss.
Kitty? Kitty! What are you dreaming about? Calculus.
Season 2 of EXO Kitty just hit Netflix, but fans are already asking if there will be a Season 3. After that wild cliffhanger in Season 1, Season 2 takes the drama to a whole new level. Kitty's got her hands full solving the mystery with her mom and Simon, plus she finds herself in another love triangle while exploring her queer identity. And there's a new girl, Stella, who's hiding something. Just like Season 1, EXO Kitty Season 2 ends on a major note, but will there be a Season 3? I think it is likely. After Season 1 took off with 72.1 million viewing hours in its first week and made the top 10 in 90 countries, Season 2 is already making waves. The show's return on Netflix has been a hit, climbing the charts in several countries. Given how Season 2 of EXO Kitty wraps up, it looks like we'll see a lot of familiar faces return for more drama. Expect to see Anna Cathcart, Kitty, Min-young Choi, Dae, Anthony Caven, Q, Gia Kim, Yuri, Heon Lee, Minho, Joshua Lee, Jin, Reagan Olia, Julian, Sasha Bazin, Pravina, Peter Thurnwald, Alex, and Yoonjin Kim, Principal Gina Lim, back for the next round. As for will Stella be in EXO Kitty Season 3, Audrey Huynh plays Stella Esther in Season 2, but since her secret is revealed and she heads back to US by the end, it's unlikely we'll see her in Season 3. However, there's a good chance that Season 3 will bring in some fresh faces and possibly more cameos from the To All the Boys I've Loved Before cast. Moving on to what's next for EXO Kitty Season 3, well, at the end of EXO Kitty Season 2, there's a big romance setup for Kitty Song Covey, but the show also drops hints that a major twist could be coming in Season 3. While Season 2 is about more than just romance, it still keeps that rom-com vibe with Kitty juggling a couple of love interests. The first half of the season is all about her crush on Yuri, and the second half focuses on her growing feelings for Minho. Even though Kitty rejected Minho earlier in EXO Kitty Season 2, she has a shift around the middle of the season where she starts to see him differently. By the penultimate episode, she finally realizes her feelings for him. Even though she's still not ready to admit it, the Season 2 finale sets up Minho and Kitty as the couple to watch for Season 3, especially since Kitty decides to join him on Junho's summer tour. But the show also quietly sets up the potential for another relationship. Even though Yuri and Juliana cheat in EXO Kitty Season 2, which feels out of character and problematic for sapphic representation, neither Kitty nor Yuri seem ready to start a relationship unless Yuri and Juliana get some closure. Yuri needs to see that Juliana has moved on before she can fully commit to anything with Kitty. Since each season takes place over a semester at KISS, there's time for Yuri to work through her heartbreak before she reconnects with Kitty. Plus, the fact that they end things on good terms helps ease Yuri's guilt about how things ended with Juliana. Kitty really backs up Juliana and Yuri in EXO Kitty Seasons 1 and 2, often putting their relationship before her own feelings. She'd definitely feel guilty about starting something with Yuri if she knew things were still messy between her and Juliana. By giving Yuri and Juliana the closure they need, the show teases the possibility of a Yuri and Kitty relationship in Season 3, assuming Netflix picks it up. In EXO Kitty Season 2, we also see Yuri pulling off a big romantic gesture for Kitty. Grand gestures are such a big deal in both EXO Kitty and To All the Boys as the ultimate sign of love. In Always and Forever, Laura Jean talks about how everyone dreams of getting one. Kitty also brings up grand gestures in the first season when she's helping Yuri reconnect with Juliana. By the end of EXO Kitty Season 2, Q points out that Minho and Kitty clearly have something epic between them since they both did something major for each other. In Season 2, Yuri steps up with not one but two big gestures for Kitty. The first one started in Season 1 with that phone call to her mom about Kitty staying at KISS, and Season 2 picks up by confirming Yuri's return. The second gesture happens in Episode 6, Kiss and Make Up, where after Ji-won ghosts Kitty, Yuri tracks down Kitty's cousin, shows up at her house, and convinces her to give Kitty a second chance. Her actions are just as important for mending Kitty's family rift. While Minho's gesture is more showy, Yuri's gestures are quieter but still meaningful. They might even be hinting at a future romance between Kitty and Yuri, with the show using grand gestures to highlight their potential sapphic pairing. Also, EXO Kitty keeps drawing parallels between Kitty and Yuri and Laura Jean and Peter. Season 1 was full of one-to-one comparisons between the two couples. A Reddit user even put together scenes of both pairings, and when you look at them side by side, you can spot similar angles, dialogue, and choreography between the spin-off and the movie. Plus, in To All the Boys I've Loved Before, Laura Jean calls Peter the second boy she loved, and in EXO Kitty, Yuri is the second person Kitty falls for. Season 2 of EXO Kitty tries to set up parallels between Kitty and Minho with scenes like their parallel track moment and the hot tub scene. But that doesn't mean the show completely abandons the Kitty and Yuri connection. In To All the Boys I've Loved Before, Peter only finds out about Laura Jean's feelings when a love letter is stolen and released, and he initially rejects her. The spin-off mirrors this when Yuri discovers Kitty's feelings through a stolen love letter and she rejects Kitty. While the show might still make Minho and Kitty the endgame due to the popularity of their ship, these ongoing parallels suggest they're also planning to explore a romance between Yuri and Kitty, not just a friendship. So far, all we've seen is a kiss, but with how quickly Kitty moves on to new loves, it wouldn't be surprising if she revisits Yuri in Season 3 of EXO Kitty. Since Season 3 of EXO Kitty is going to be a long wait, you can enjoy The Summer I Turned Pretty on Prime Video. It's another Jenny Han romantic drama featuring a love triangle, much like EXO Kitty. The show centers on a teenage girl named Belly who falls for two brothers, Jeremiah and Conrad, while spending the summer with her family at the beach. If To All the Boys feels like the older sibling of EXO Kitty, The Summer I Turned Pretty is like a lovable cousin. It has a similar vibe with a distinct setting that shapes the story and a love triangle featuring two charming options. Unlike EXO Kitty though, The Summer I Turned Pretty leans more into drama, offering a slightly more serious tone. This makes it a great pick for those who want a break from Kitty's more comedic moments and meddling antics. Also, if you're into EXO Kitty, you should definitely check out Never Have I Ever. It's got a lot of the same vibes with similar themes, tropes, and genres. The show follows Devi, an Indian American teen who wants to boost her social status by hooking up with the hottest guy in school. Like EXO Kitty, Never Have I Ever is a teen rom-com with a love triangle, but it also explores the experience of young Asian teens navigating the divide between their parents' culture and the one they live in. While Kitty is reconnecting with her Korean roots at KISS, Devi is living as a first-gen Indian American in California and feels more disconnected from her family's culture. Devi also brings a totally different personality to the table. She's hot-headed, impulsive, and often reckless, which leads to some pretty hilarious chaos. Well, that's it for today. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe because more updates on this are coming soon for sure. See you next time.